What's going on, everybody, and welcome into today's information video all about real estate, especially in the Columbus, Ohio, Central Ohio marketplace. My name is Dave Payerchin with Sell House Columbus, also known as Sell House Ohio. And today we're talking about all the different potential fees that you can actually experience when you're selling your property. And this is very important, especially when you're weighing out the pros and the cons of should I list my home with a real estate agent, or maybe should I sell to a direct buyer like us over here at Sell House Columbus. You got to know these things. It's very important to take everything into consideration, weigh out your options. And if you're interested in a free analysis, we'll hop on a call with you. We'll help you weigh out your options. No pressure. The choice is completely yours. Hop on a call with us. If listing your home is a better option for you rather than selling it to us, we'll establish that together. We could actually refer an agent to you. We want what's best for you. We've been around a long time. We have more Google reviews, more five-star reviews, more testimonials than any other company in the whole state of Ohio. And we'd love the opportunity to provide value to you as well. So let's get into some of these costs. The first and most obvious thing you need to consider if you're going to list your home with a realtor is commissions, right? Realtors don't work for free. It's not pro bono. You got to expect to pay 5 to 6%, because they're going to do a good job. We love working with realtors. As a matter of fact, it's not a competition. We're friends with many realtors. And when we're selling properties, oftentimes we will use a realtor. But sometimes, and many times, it's actually more beneficial to not use a realtor, especially if costs and fees are a sticking point for you, because you got to look, if it's 5 to 6% commission, let's pretend it's a $350,000 house. That's $20K right off the top. That's $20,000 right off the top. So it can be quite costly. There are pros and cons to listing your home with a licensed real estate professional. But if cost is a big sticking point for you, you definitely want to consider selling to a direct buyer and saving on these commissions. That's our goal here. Every time we work with somebody, it's like, hey, can we help you net what you're going to walk away from? Can we help you net the same amount or more as if you were to list your home with a real estate agent? We factor in all of these fees and we figure out what your net would be if you sold with an agent, and we figure out that net, and it's our goal to get you that same amount or more, and then make it happen extremely quickly, because we can close and actually be done with a closing within 7 days. So another cost to consider is closing costs. And when you're listing your home with a realtor, or what I should say is when you are selling to a buyer who's using traditional financing like a bank loan, there's going to be increased costs, which are oftentimes passed on to you, the seller. Since the buyer, if you're selling to a traditional loan type of buyer, not a cash buyer, excuse me, but somebody who's using a loan, the bank, the loan that they're using, the loan company, they're going to require an appraisal. They're going to require a formal inspection. There's going to be title costs and fees, which oftentimes all of these appraisal costs, inspection costs, and title fees are passed on to you, the seller. So you need to be aware of this stuff. It is increased costs when it comes to the closing costs. When you sell to Sell House Columbus and sell to us, there's no appraisal fees. There's no inspection fees. All we need to do is just take a stroll through the property and take pictures. And we're not taking pictures of your stuff personally. We're just making sure there's 4 walls and a roof, right? I mean, we fully anticipate every single house that we buy is going to need some type of work. We actually like it. We have full-time crews and we keep people employed and who are working on our properties and stuff like that. So we buy everything in its as-is condition. We're not passing any inspection costs to you. And since we're a cash buyer, there's no appraisal costs or anything like that. And we cover all the title costs. You don't even have to pay a notary fee. You don't even have to pay a recording fee, nothing. right? We're very easy to work with and it saves you a ton of cost. And then finally, repairs and renovations. When you're selling your property to a buyer who's using a traditional loan, after that inspection comes back, oftentimes that buyer is going to have a laundry list of repairs they want you to complete before they're actually going to take it to the closing table and close. There's a lot of things you got to consider. And I mean, if they're asking you to do these repairs, that's money out of your pocket. Not to mention, what happens if you end up hiring a contractor to do these repairs for the buyer and the contractor ends up messing up and puts a lien on your house? It's just crazy. I mean, we've seen it all in our experience. That's why it's good to consider sell your property to an as is buyer, right? We're not going to request that you do any renovations. We're not going to request that you do any repairs whatsoever. And like I said earlier, our goal is to help you net, walk away, money in your pocket, the same amount or more than you would get if you marketed, listed, and sold with a realtor, dealt with a traditional buyer, had to kind of negotiate these repairs and closing costs, appraisals, inspections. We bypass all that. None of that is your responsibility whatsoever. So many people, many people have over 13 plus years, and you can see all of the hundreds of testimonials that we have. Many people prefer to keep it simple. It's the KISS program. Keep it super simple. We'd love the opportunity to hop on a call with you, give you a 100% no obligation evaluation of your property, analysis of your property. We can go through the numbers together and you can do whatever you want. There's no pressure, no obligation whatsoever. The choice is 100% up to you. So, closing thoughts. Realtors serve a valuable role in real estate. We love realtors. We're friends with many realtors. And in some cases, we use them when we're selling our own properties. However, the most convenient and cost-effective way to sell a property is going to be to pick up the phone and give us a call, 614-300-5151, or fill out the form on the website at sellhousecolumbus.com. We work with 80 to 100 people every single month. We are able to buy roughly 10 to 20 houses a month. I mean, a large number of the people we communicate with, we're able to work with. You know, if your situation and property is a fit for us, and especially if we're a fit for you. So there's no obligations whatsoever. You can hop on a call with us. Hopefully I'm the one to actually speak to you. I'm happy you can kind of put a face to the voice over the phone. I work with many of you. Again, my name is Dave. Pick up the phone, 614-300-5151. Visit us online, sellhousecolumbus.com. And I look forward to talking to you soon.